Ladies and gentlemen, things just escalated. Just when it seemed like the Remy Ma, Claressa Shields and Papoose controversy was finally settling down, Remy decided to set it off once more. Last night, during an unexpected and chaotic Instagram live, Remy Ma revealed something that flipped the entire narrative. Claressa went from the rumored side piece to the main player in her own personal scandal. With receipts, timestamps, and a voice recording that could follow Claressa for the rest of her career, Remy made claims that Claressa has been secretly involved with someone else. And not just anyone, a well-connected man from within the industry, someone who might have been standing beside Papoose mere weeks ago. Just like that, any sympathy fans had for Claressa disappeared. Papoose? Shattered. He even shared a heartfelt message online, with fans flooding the comments urging him to stay strong. This isn't simple cheating, this is betrayal with a twist. If Remy was quiet before, she's thunderous now. And if Claressa thought she had control, Remy just upended everything. Welcome to Gossip Star Vibe. Let's dive deep. This isn't just drama, it's scandal layered on scandal. What began as verbal shots online has transformed into a betrayal Olympics, and last night, Remy Ma lit the ceremonial flame. Rewind a few weeks, the internet was split down the middle. Team Remy slammed Claressa Shields for allegedly stealing Papoose while his marriage was still fresh. Team Claressa hit back, claiming Remy had emotionally checked out long ago and that Pap had simply moved forward. But last night Remy Ma pulled out receipts straight from the depths of digital hell. No one, not even the thirstiest gossip outlets, saw this coming. According to Remy's late-night live session, Claressa wasn't just romantically tied to Papoose. She was allegedly double-dealing with another man. And not a stranger, but possibly someone within his own inner circle. This wasn't hearsay. Remy presented what she called federal-level proof. At exactly 11:43 p.m., Remy went live. No teaser, no build-up, just a black screen and her voice saying, "I hope y'all saved your sympathy for someone who deserves it." Within minutes, over 40,000 viewers had tuned in, comments blowing up before she even appeared. When she did show up, hoodie on, hair wrapped, no makeup, you knew it was about to go down biblical style. She began, "This ain't about defending myself, it's about revealing the truth. While y'all been out here making that girl a martyr of a broken marriage, I've been holding on to this." Then she flipped the camera toward a laptop screen, and that's when things took a dark turn. It started with a grainy black and white security video. It appeared to show Claressa entering a high-end Atlanta apartment at 2:36 a.m. alone? Not quite. A man followed behind her, allegedly Coach Dre, a retired fighter and close associate of Papoose. That same Coach Dre who trained Pap back in 2020 and was recently seen dropping flame emojis under Claressa's gym photos. Remy paused the footage, looked directly into the lens and said, "Tell me again how she's loyal." The chat lost it. Coach Dre? Papoose's guy? Shock replaced sarcasm in seconds. Then came the bombshell, a voice memo. Supposedly sent by Claressa to Coach Dre, the voice in the clip sounded playful, confident, and unconcerned. "I told you he's too emotional. You understand how I move. That's why I'm here." This wasn't just disrespect, this was betrayal through Bluetooth. Kind that rattles your bones. Remy followed up with a text exchange. The names were barely blurred, but the messages said enough. "He thinks I'm still training. You got 45 minutes before I head back." Reply. Doors unlocked like always. This point, over 70,000 were watching. Celebrities started popping in, B. Simone, Funk Flex, and what some guessed was Joe Budden's burner account. This wasn't drama. It was primetime chaos. And Remy knew it. She leaned in and dropped the line of the night. "You want to wear the crown, sweetie? Then handle the mess that comes with it. You want the title? Clean up your dirt." But the moment that blew up the internet? A screenshot of a shared calendar between Papoose and Claressa. One entry from last weekend read, "Miami Recovery Weekend C." The same time, Remy revealed a DM from an anonymous source, allegedly a Miami hotel concierge, claiming Claressa checked in with a guest named Dreel. The bill paid in full with a C Shields Enterprises LLC credit card. Remy shut the laptop, cold, focused, silent. She stared into the camera for 6 full seconds before saying, "You can't play house with a man you're not done cheating on. Period." Let's break this down. Remy didn't just clap back. She dismantled Clarissa's image, turning her from misunderstood victim into calculated opportunist. Every receipt, precise. Every piece, strategically petty. But where was Papoose in all this? Not in the live, not at the gym, not writing poetic captions. At exactly 12:21 a.m., around 30 minutes after Remy ended her live, Papoose posted a black screen on his IG story. It read, "You think you know someone, then you see what they really stand next to when no one's looking. No tags, no names, just raw emotion." 2 hours later, a second story appeared. This time, a throwback of him and Remy at the 2018 Grammys. Smiling, coordinated outfits, holding hands. No caption needed. Fans knew what it meant. He wasn't just hurt. He was hurt and nostalgic. Twitter erupted. One user wrote, "Papoose scrolling old photos like a Drake album." Another tweeted, "Pap went from defending Claressa to dropping moody heartbreak quotes in 45 minutes flat. And Claressa? Not a word. No posts. No replies. No vague reposts or indirect tweets. Total digital silence." Which to many said everything. Meanwhile, gossip accounts began posting side-by-side timelines. Clarissa's gym check-in in Miami versus Coach Dre's tagged location at the same time. The identical hotel wallpaper shown in both of their posts? That wasn't just speculation anymore. It became full-blown social media investigation. And just as followers were trying to process the mess, yet another leak emerged. A supposed message from Papoose to Claressa, sent earlier in the week. It read, "I told you I left my marriage for honesty. Didn't think you'd be dishonest too. That hurt more than any hit you ever delivered in the ring." By now, Claressa had locked her comment sections and Papoose had removed half of his posts. Remy? She uploaded a photo from brunch with the caption, "Unbothered, unbooked, unavailable, icon mode." But the chaos wasn't over. Just before the night wrapped up, a screen recording surfaced, reportedly sent to the Shade Room, showing a FaceTime exchange between Claressa and an unidentified male voice. Claressa was heard saying, "Remy don't matter. I control my own narrative now." That line alone turned the scandal into an all-out battle. And just when things started to calm, another twist exploded in the comments of a viral clip from Remy's live. A user claiming to be a close associate of Coach Dre wrote, "She's been playing both of them. Pap's not even the only one she's lied to." That single comment earned 14,000 likes within 2 hours. And now the internet was buzzing. Who's the third guy? Is Claressa acting reckless, or has this all been orchestrated from day one? Whatever the reality, someone else was bound to join the conversation. Because now, it wasn't just Remy's heartbreak. It had turned into something far wider. And as of this moment, rumors were swirling that Claressa was being dropped from a major campaign due to trust and reputation concerns tied to the Lives receipts. This wasn't just gossip anymore. It had gone corporate. And the next chapter? It was already in motion. The fallout from the Miami hotel leak didn't just damage Claressa's public image. It torched her entire branding strategy. Within a single day of Remy Ma's live session, whispers evolved into news headlines, and those headlines quickly led to actual consequences. By the following morning, Claressa's face had mysteriously vanished from the homepage of a leading sportswear label, a brand partnership she had announced just 2 weeks earlier. Gone. Rubbed clean. As if she was never involved. Behind the scenes, the leaks began. Sources claimed the brand had worries about backlash and saw a values clash. In clearer words, they saw the footage, heard the audio, and didn't want to be caught in the middle of the drama. One alleged internal memo claimed that the brand would pause all promotional assets involving Claressa until the media firestorm had calmed. This wasn't just embarrassing, it was a financial blow. Insiders stated that Claressa was supposed to make over $250,000 from the campaign alone, not including potential bonuses from digital performance. Now, she was losing earnings before she'd even said a word publicly. Meanwhile, Papoose stayed painfully silent. No interviews, no live streams, no follow-ups to his cryptic story post. But fans noticed something strange on his Spotify page. A new unreleased track called Lost Loyalty had suddenly appeared in the upcoming section. The cover art? A black and white image of a boxing glove hanging from a cracked mic stand. Not exactly subtle. And it didn't end there. A gossip site posted a new photo reportedly taken just 3 nights ago after the scandal broke, showing Claressa out in Atlanta with Coach Dre. They weren't ducking the cameras either. They were laughing, arms linked, walking like they owned the sidewalk. Caption beneath the leak read, "She doesn't even care." Pap got played. That's when the internet truly lost it. Remy's supporters stormed every comment section, sharing side-by-side comparisons of Claressa's past ride-or-die posts alongside the newly leaked footage of her all cozy with Dre. The betrayal had gone from personal to public, and now poetic. Then came another twist. An anonymous Twitter user claiming to be Claressa's former assistant posted a thread. In it, they said they once overheard Claressa describing Papoose as a strategic move, a brand alignment, not a love story. They alleged she treated the relationship as temporary, calculated, and useful for cleaning up her image. The thread was packed with so-called evidence. Screenshots of DMs, snapshots of calendar schedules. One message plainly stated, "Perhaps he was too slow to figure out he was part of a marketing plan." True or not, it didn't matter. The internet ran wild with it. By sundown, the hashtag PAP was a promo trended for 6 straight hours. Then came Remy's next strike. She posted a throwback video, no caption, of Papoose rapping on a rooftop, spitting a bar about loyalty being worth more than fame. Her comment section blew up. One user wrote, "She didn't even have to explain. She posted facts." And yet Claressa stayed completely silent. Till no response. Till no denial. This point, silence started to feel like a statement. But someone else finally broke the quiet. Late that night, Coach Dre, using his verified Instagram, posted a story that simply read, "I don't destroy homes. I help fix broken people." He followed it with a shirtless gym selfie. Comments disabled. That post didn't clear his name. If anything, it dragged him deeper into the storm. An hour later, a new meme caught fire online. It was a screenshot of his quote layered over an image of a house being bulldozed. The caption? "Fixing people by destroying everything around them." Meanwhile, a music insider revealed that Papoose had allegedly backed out of an upcoming studio session with Fat Joe and Scram Jones. No official reason was given, but the source claimed he wasn't in the right mental zone to record right now. And that brings us to the bigger picture. The deeper the situation unraveled, the more people started making connections. Remy fans unearthed old interviews where she emphasized that loyalty was her primary love language. Pap supporters dug up his touching BET Awards tribute to Remy, the moment he gave her his everything. Then the real flood hit. Another leak, this time from what the internet dubbed the Dropbox. A 40-second screen recording appeared, supposedly of a FaceTime call between Claressa and yet another man. Not Papoose, not Coach Dre. In the video, she's seen in a hoodie, talking candidly about how Pap is too emotional and that guys like him always implode. The man on the other end? Still unidentified. But fans began speculating it was a well-known music producer previously linked to Claressa. Suddenly, it wasn't just a love triangle. It had become a messy, sprawling web of secrets and moves. And at the center of it all, the woman who once painted herself as the wounded party was now being accused of orchestrating it all. Remy? Still unbothered. She posted a meme of herself sipping tea with the caption, "It's crazy," when the truth stops knocking and decides to break down the door. But the moment that truly froze the internet came from none other than Papoose. He finally broke his silence with a 2-minute video posted to his Instagram. No intro, no effects, just him in a hoodie behind the wheel of his car. He began, "I stayed quiet because I didn't want to believe what I saw. I always tried to act with integrity, even when I wasn't shown the same. But the deepest pain isn't from what was done. It's that I left a queen for someone who didn't even know how to be genuine." He paused. "I'm not trying to play the victim. I made my decisions. But I never thought I'd be used as a stepping stone for someone else's career." He closed with, "If you're going through something right now, take your time. Heal. Don't lose yourself trying to be someone else's shortcut." The video exploded online within 15 minutes. Clips spread across blogs, celebrities chimed in. Taraji P. Henson, Angie Martinez, even Charlemagne reposted with the caption, "Real one. No fluff." For the first time since the entire situation started, people stopped joking and began sympathizing with Papoose. Online reactions shifted quickly. Even Claressa's loyal followers went quiet. That kind of raw emotion hit home for many. Claressa still hadn't released a statement, but late that evening a vague tweet appeared on her account. Lessons learned. Heartbreaks happen. I'll grow through it. No names, no apology, no denial. Just cryptic healing language that left her audience more puzzled than reassured. But the damage was already done. What once looked like a fiery side chick rumor had turned into a slow, painful collapse of trust, authenticity, and reputation. The conversation had shifted entirely. Would Claressa publicly respond? Would Papoose take a break from music? Would Remy finally distance herself from this storm she'd held in for so long? More importantly, was this the final chapter or just the eye of a bigger storm? 'Cause just as the dust was settling, another anonymous source appeared. And what they dropped was even more explosive. A screenshot, an NDA, and a name no one saw coming. That's where the chaos picked up again. The internet barely had time to recover before a brand new leak hit the timeline. And this one wasn't just messy, it was crushing. A few hours after Papoose's emotional video went viral, a blurry yet readable screenshot surfaced on Reddit from an anonymous account. It showed what looked like a signed NDA, non-disclosure agreement, with Claressa Shields' name at the top and a signature at the bottom, Anthony Tone Baxter. The name didn't cause waves immediately, but once Twitter got hold of it, everything ignited. Tone Baxter is a mid-level music producer, known behind the scenes for ghost-producing major tracks. He's also previously worked with Remy Ma's old management. And according to the Reddit post, he had signed that NDA last fall, allegedly to keep quiet about personal involvement with Claressa. Translation: something went down between them that needed to stay private. Whether the NDA was authentic or not didn't even matter. The internet ran with it like it was gospel. Screenshots, threads, TikToks decoding every line. And then somehow it got deeper. Another leak dropped. A Venmo transaction history showing a $600 payment from Claressa to Tone Baxter just a month prior. The memo read, "For flight." Fans started connecting dots faster than any crime documentary. Why was Claressa flying out Tone? Why the NDA? Why the payment? And how was all this happening during what was supposed to be a genuine, honest relationship with Papoose? By now, it wasn't just speculation, it was a full-blown investigation. Someone even created a Google Doc timeline of every man Claressa had reportedly been linked to over the past 6 months, complete with screenshots, tagged locations, and overlapping events. It began to paint a picture that Claressa might have been running more plays than a boxing trainer. Papoose, still silent, posted just one more thing. A quote on a black background: "You don't always get closure. Sometimes you just accept it and move on." That post went everywhere. Fans, celebrities, even Remy Ma shared it to her own story, adding, "And sometimes you make sure they don't rewrite your story without you." And now it starts to get legal. A juicy but unverified leak from someone claiming to be a court insider stated that Remy Ma's legal team had filed a cease and desist letter, not for slander but for financial misconduct. The claim? That Claressa used money from her relationship with Papoose to fund other romantic involvements. In simpler terms, she spent Pap's money while being unfaithful. Proven true, this could result in civil lawsuits, asset division, and even court testimony. Imagine Claressa Shields sitting on a witness stand explaining why she flew out another man, while supposedly in a committed relationship. That's no longer just scandal, that's public humiliation, live-streamed. Meanwhile, more brand partnerships were dissolving. A new rumor hit the blogs that a major fitness supplement brand had paused communication with Claressa's team. No statement, no press release, but her profile vanished from their ambassador list. That marked the third brand pullout in 1 week. Till Claressa kept quiet. Her only public sign was a single Instagram story, a black background with the words, "You only know what's leaked, not what's real." But if she thought that would calm things down, she misjudged. 'Cause the next chapter was confrontation. According to several eyewitnesses, Claressa, Remy Ma, and Papoose were all invited to a closed-door luxury event organized by a high-end magazine celebrating Black excellence in music and sports. It was strictly invite-only, no cameras, no press. Just artists, athletes, and industry insiders. But just like everything else in this saga, privacy didn't stand a chance. An attendee leaked audio of what they claimed was a tense exchange between Claressa and Papoose. The full conversation wasn't audible, but what could be heard was Papoose saying, "You didn't just lie to me, you made me lie to myself." A pause followed, then Claressa responded, "I told you I wasn't perfect. I never asked you to save me." Clip ended there. No visuals, no context, but it was more than enough to send the internet spiraling. By this stage, the public perception had shifted. Papoose was no longer seen as a cheater, but as someone who'd been manipulated. Remy Ma was now seen as validated, calm, composed, and unshaken. As for Claressa, she was being portrayed as a strategic opportunist. Think pieces flooded Twitter and TikTok. Was Claressa calculating moves while the world believed she was recovering? Did Papoose give up his marriage for an illusion? Was Remy the villain, or was she the warning sign? Even public figures began chiming in. Charlemagne said on air, "Remy always comes with evidence. If she posted it, it's because she meant it." Ray called the situation humiliating for Claressa and added, "You don't climb by knocking down two men at once." And just when the criticism was at its peak, another twist appeared. A fake but highly convincing leak claimed Claressa had been offered a docuseries by a streaming platform. Working title, Damage Control. The supposed show would follow her post-scandal life, include therapy sessions, and feature never-before-seen moments from her relationship with Papoose. When asked, her team gave no comment, but the rumor was enough to trigger massive outrage online. One tweet read, "She really turned her disaster into a paycheck." Another said, "Only in this country can you cheat, lie, and film it for profit." But the most cutting response came from Remy Ma herself. She posted a single word, "predictable." And just like that, the whole saga came full circle. What started with Remy being blamed for losing her man ended with her having the last word. What started with Claressa stepping into the spotlight ended with her facing a backlash of contradictions. And what started with Papoose chasing joy ended with him grieving his own choices in front of the world. So where does the story go now? Remy Ma is reportedly back in the studio. Sources say she's recording a new project centered on pain, growth, and freedom. No release date yet, but fans are calling it her redemption chapter. Papoose, according to the blogs, has stepped back from music completely and is planning a private retreat. No social media, no press, just peace and distance. Claressa's future remains unclear. Some believe the scandal made her too controversial for endorsements. Others think she'll revamp her image and come back like nothing happened. After all, America loves a villain, if they know how to own it. But here's what's certain. This wasn't just celebrity gossip. It was a real-time lesson in how fast the internet can crown you, cancel you, and bury you, all in a matter of days. And through it all, we watched. We liked. We shared. 'Cause deep down, we all know the same thing. The chaos never stops. Just gets a new headline. So the question becomes, who really lost? Was Remy Ma just a hurt wife, or was she always 10 steps ahead, waiting for her moment to end the story that never favored her? Was Papoose a man looking for peace but walking straight into heartbreak? Or did he ignore every red flag in the name of reinvention? And Claressa Shields? Was she an ambitious, misunderstood woman tangled in a double life? Or did she game every angle, use every relationship, and build her brand on deceit? You've seen the receipts. You've heard the audio, watched the silence, read the vague captions, seen the collapsed deals, the leaked contracts, the private calls turned public. So what's your conclusion? Are you Team Remy? Team Claressa? Team Papoose? Or are you just Team Popcorn? And while you're thinking it through, ask yourself this. If Remy had never spoken, would Claressa have kept rising? Papoose never walked away, would it all have stayed buried? And if Claressa has yet another surprise in store, are we even ready for it? Like this video if your jaw dropped at least once. Subscribe if you live for the drama, the breakdowns, and the stories no one else dares to script. And hit that bell, because in a world this messy, no one's safe. And the next live stream might just destroy someone's legacy. This is Gossip Star Vibe. And baby, we never log off.